Well, hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about everything that is trending about advertising, marketing, branding, social media with the beautiful Paula from Landed. So, with further ado, let's hit it.
Hey, I'm Veronica de Polo, and with more than 15 years being a marketing strategist, you're going to experience the new way to promote your business with clear and unique messaging by giving you actionable marketing and messaging strategies that get you interested leads to transform the lives of your audiences so that you build up your brand with continuous momentum. Get ready because here's where we say no to outdated marketing strategies and society norms, and we say yes to change from the inside out. Welcome to the Branding Momentum Podcast.
Well, hello, Paula from Landed. How are you? Good morning to
Oh,
you.
good morning.
Good morning, sunshine. It's one of my favorite songs. I used to sing that to Tinky, my dog.
Oh,
You're my
thank you.
sunshine. Yeah. So today we're going to be talking all about social media trends, what's trending, what's not trending, what's happening. And let's jump to the first question, which is what are the most significant marketing trends to watch out right now in May in terms of advertising, social media, and brand building? Let's go.
Yes. So we have a couple of trends that are trending and they're popping off right now. One of them being a new social media app or platform, which is called Blue Sky. It's actually made by former CEO and co-founder of Twitter, and it's rivaling Twitter.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's a bit controversial. There's like
Mm-hmm.
and Jack Dorsey, which is that person that's founding this Blue Sky app, basically launched a new social platform for focus creating on like a better version of Twitter. So it's instantly rivaling it.
So it's good Twitter.
He wants to make a good version of Twitter because Twitter right now it's a bit
Oh, bad.
controversial.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know it.
Yeah.
So he's building it around decentralization, meaning everybody can be their own person. They are not controlling anything. And their main focus and they aim to facilitate enhanced efforts to address abuse and misleading information without overburdening the staff, which Twitter is not doing. They're actually letting anyone join. They don't have any moderation tools. So
And have you noticed that now the blue tick that it was you had to pay for that?
yeah,
They
Twitter Blue.
removed it to a bunch of celebrities, and then all of a sudden, the celebrities started to get back the tick again.
It's actually like because it wasn't only celebrities, it was also official governmental organizations, so like the police. They didn't have the blue tick, which serves as an authentication
Exactly.
thingy. And he just released that people with like profiles with over 1 million followers will get the tick back.
Mm-hmm.
But like these organizations are still not getting it back.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a lot of fake accounts saying, "Oh, I'm the NYPD" or "I'm Valencia Police," and like,
I
no,
am
it's
sorry.
us,
I'm
but
gonna
we
call it
cannot
as it
say.
is. It's a shit show. I'm sorry. Get your
Yeah,
get your organization together and I don't know.
yeah,
It looks messy. It looks messy. Okay, let's go to the next one because
yeah. But the Blue Sky app seems like very good for the
mm-hmm.
moment, and it's actually like there've been a lot of kind of like, oh, we are the new Twitter app, but they've never reached like the top 10 in the App Store. This one is like a top, I think it's number 9 or something like that for this week, which is something like maybe this will be the new Twitter.
I
Maybe
mean,
this will
they
work.
need good marketing to get there. I don't think a
Exactly.
lot of people actually know that there's a new app rival
Yeah,
to Twitter. So they
of
need to
course.
get their marketing money into that.
Exactly. Another thing that's happening is Instagram is also making a new Twitter, like a Twitter competitor style called Barcelona. And according to Meta, we are
That's the name
exploring.
of the brand?
Yeah.
Oh my.
According to Meta, they're exploring a standalone decentralization social network for sharing text updates. We believe there's an opportunity for a separate space where creators and public figures can share timely updates about their interests. So it's still in the process. So it's like,
I'm going to be very controversial, which many of you may not know me as that, but I will. I will never probably go there because I have a policy right now. I live in Spain. I'm Spanish as well. And I don't like people from there because if you don't want to be Spanish, then bye. I'm sorry. So
but
as a
I think
branding
it's
name, I don't like it.
I mean, I think it's because one of the, like, when Instagram first came out, they had the filters, and one of them was Barcelona. So I think it refers back to it. But so this is in the works. It's not even in beta. It's not even anything like
Okay.
alpha, beta,
Okay.
nothing.
Good.
So they're just exploring
Right.
this new thing
Okay.
because, Instagram likes to copy. So, yeah. And another thing, if you've been scrolling on Twitter, you may have seen that ChatGPT and GPT-4 has been trending. And they introduced, like, OpenAI introduced ChatGPT-4, which is only for paid users, but is basically revolutionizing. I think that's a word.
Revolutionizing, you mean?
The industry, because right now companies can create their own plugins with ChatGPT, which ultimately enhances their platform, their apps, their companies. And we've seen it being used by Iceland. Like, the government of Iceland is using ChatGPT to promote their language and their usage of their language, or Stripe is using it to streamline user experience and combat fraud, which is as a financial app that's like essential. So it's helping users have a better experience in the app. And what's also been introduced is AI agents like AutoGPT and Do Not Pay. Do Not Pay is basically like financial and legal advisor, but it's an AI.
Oh, wow.
And it helps you, like, cancel subscriptions. I think also sue people. Like, what you would expect in a lawyer and then a financial advisor and an accountant all in one. And it's a machine. So that's
This is
basically
only in the
taking
US,
jobs.
right? This is in the United States.
I think so for right now, but
Right.
they're expanding. Because this is like a month, like, it's only been 1 month with this thing. And AutoGPT is basically like a new employee for your company because it can do anything. So better watch out.
Well, I do know that from a lawyer that I recently read, he said that you using AI or ChatGPT, you don't own the information that you're putting out because it's not copyright.
No.
It's taken from ChatGPT. So when it comes to you and your business, when you're using AI or ChatGPT, although even if you're changing little things into that, you do not own that copy point.
Yeah.
You cannot claim that that's yours because you're taking it. Not many people realize that when they're using it. and they're using it in their marketing, in their socials, and they're claiming that it's theirs, and it's not. Anybody can say the same thing. And you cannot say, oh, you're copying me. No, 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 I'm not copying you. We're all using the same source. That's why I say use your brain.
But AI, I don't see AI as a problem. Obviously, they can become like a competitor in a way. But ultimately, my knowledge, for example, in branding or in social media, yes, AIs can help you create content ideas. But like, my brain is my brain, and it'll be better in a way than a machine, especially ChatGPT, the free version, because it only gets information until 2021. We're in 2023.
Yeah.
So it's like 2 years behind. But I see AI as a tool and as a way to enhance what we do, and our companies, our brands, our copy, everything. Because, for example, I'm really bad at writing. I'm not bad, but like I don't like writing. So I use ChatGPT to help me out sometimes with that.
Yeah, I get that. I get that perfectly. And I know a lot of people that use it as well. But be mindful that it's not yours. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah. Moving on, there was a huge controversy on the internet, especially in Twitter, and LinkedIn, where an olive brand called Grazza, it's a pretty influential and like trendy olive oil brand, criticized another olive oil brand called Brightland, who is established. They've been working on this for like years. They criticized them, especially the owner criticized them, because they apparently stole their product. And their product is a squeeze bottle, like a plastic squeeze bottle. It's trendy and super cool, but it's a squeeze bottle of olive oil. And the Breadland brand created a pizza oil in a squeeze bottle. And the owner said, "You're stealing my brand." The problem here is he saw his brand as only the packaging of the bottle. So when you have a squeeze bottle that every chef, every restaurant, everybody and their mother has, that's not your brand. Your brand is more than that.
Of course.
And ultimately, he ended up apologizing for criticizing it and for like basically demanding then that they take it down.
I mean, if you tell me that they had patented the product, that you know, if they had the rights to that, yes, for sure. But if we're talking about the packaging, then no.
But like it's a squeeze, like it's a normal squeeze bottle. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, it does have like unique colors, but it's not like, for example, I know that Glossier, the makeup brand and the skincare brand, they patented the pink color inside of their boxes, so nobody can use that exact pink color.
That's fine, yeah.
In anything,
yeah,
because it was unique to their brand.
Right.
In this case, he didn't do that, and then ended up criticizing a brand that has been there for years.
Yeah.
And what's funny is there's another brand who uses a very similar branding and packaging design as Grazza, but he didn't criticize that. So it's like a lot of branding people were mad at him because he saw his brand as just the packaging, when brands are more than that. Packaging is just one thing of the brand. It's a component, but it's like super big and way more than that.
That's what happens in the olive oil business in the United States.
Yeah, and like here, obviously there's a lot of competition.
A lot.
But I don't see brands in Spain using, and olive oil in Spain is like gold. I don't see brands here using plastic. Number one, like obviously if you're commercializing it, yes, but what makes it kind of like more luxury and more high level is with crystal, like with the glass.
With the glass, yes.
So
And there's
I
so many
don't.
cool bottles lately. Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh wow. I don't
Yeah.
see them in the States at all. Like
No.
no. And right now here they're like they even look like whiskey old bottles, and they're so sexy.
Yeah, I have a friend who has an olive oil brand, and I
Mhm.
worked on her social media, and it's like a huge world of aobe, which is what's called here in Spain. And yeah, no, you don't see it in the States because I think they only like they get it from outside. They don't. They obviously do get it from maybe California, but it's not the same as here or in Italy. So
Yeah.
I think this one was trending because of the design of it,
Right.
but I don't know. Your brand is not just a brand, just your packaging. So
Exactly.
keep that in mind. And the last marketing trend that we are seeing, or more than a trend, it's more of an update. Facebook ads has been all over the place, meta ads or whatever you want to call it. And this past week, being May 3rd, which you're listening to like 3 weeks later. But this past week, there have been a lot of reports where an error caused significant overspend. And like significant overspend can be millions for some brands. So when Facebook does that, they're like, brands are gonna be like, I don't wanna spend my money in a platform where I'm gonna lose money because it's not working right.
Mm.
So this might be kind of like I think hot take, an ad for meta ads because they're not working correctly. Like they're not getting your product to the viewers sometimes, and you're getting overspend, and it's cost like 200 to 500% overspend in some cases,
Oh
which
wow.
is huge.
We're having problems with our Facebook ads because one of our team members every time that I added him, and it says that because he turned up the two-factor authentication that he cannot do stuff. So I changed his status, and then it goes back again. And he said, I haven't done anything. He already tried to open a ticket, and he's spoken on the phone. He's done. Now, after this, I have to get on a call with Meta. Thank you.
Wow.
To sort that out. Otherwise, we can't run our ads.
I
Anyways.
mean, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. So, what are the new social media features that are trending right now? I know a
We are
few
going.
myself, but I want to hear you because probably you're, yeah, tell me.
I mean, as always, like Reels, TikToks, all that stuff. But Elon Musk announced that Fleets, which is the kind of like the Reels and TikTok feature for Twitter,
Mm-hmm.
or Stories, I think it's like a mixture between Stories and Reels, would be making a comeback, but in a different way. So he just announced that like that, and we don't know anything else.
Right.
But who knows? It might be like the Twitter circle that came up, then went down, and then came back again. Twitter is all over the place again, so
Okay.
we don't know. But Be Real, which is the
The app. Yeah.
social
Mm-hmm.
media app that
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people are using, they announced Real People, which will feature photos taken by artists, athletes, activists, and everything in between. They
Mm-hmm.
also announced their collab with Spotify, where if you're listening to a song or a podcast or whatever on Spotify whilst doing your Be Real, it'll link it to your photo, which is cool.
So you would be listening to your music and then you'll take a picture,
Yeah, so
or the
Be
other way
Real
around.
works like you take a picture of
Mm-hmm.
what's happening, and then it takes a picture of you in that moment.
Yeah.
And if at that same exact moment, because it's like you have 5 minutes or something like that to take the photo. If at that moment you're listening to a song, it'll pop up like,
Okay, we'll say
oh,
that you were
they're
listening,
listening
blah
to
blah blah.
this.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. But which is like proud because it's a Spanish and French brand. So yay. um TikTok is working on a feature that will create AI generated profile pictures. On TikTok, there's tons of filters regarding AI and all that stuff, which are pretty cool. But internally, they are developing this new feature. Same way as kind of like Instagram does with the avatar.
Yeah.
TikTok would do it with that. Then YouTube adds new shorts ad placement options to facilitate more promotional opportunities. Right now, you couldn't promote a short. Now you can. You can also add new certain things like cards, maybe, all that stuff. So they're improving this feature.
Well, they also have the podcast feature
Yeah.
now, which is not out in the rest of the world, but they're in. I don't know if you were going to talk about the podcast.
No, because it's. I think they introduced it a couple months ago, so I didn't want to mention it.
Oh, the thing is that it did come out very recently. So that's why I wanted to mention it, because if you have a podcast or that you want to have, like YouTube right now is putting all their money into podcasting as well. So, which is great. And you will even see it in the top menu in your
Yeah.
channel. So all our podcasts, you can now go and see the feature podcast. You don't have to go and browse the videos. You can go now to the podcast and just listen to those. So
Super
I
cool.
thought that was really interesting. Yeah.
Really like it.
Yeah.
And lastly, Instagram is working on a new user-generated tool for businesses that make it easier to feature user content on their IG shop. So it's kind of like a marketplace for UGC creators and brands to kind of like shop at. I know that for example, on Pinterest, if you put a certain toggle on your idea pins, brands can sort of buy or contact you to use your video as an UGC. I know that's a thing, and on other platforms it also works like that. But this is new for Instagram.
So what would be the one tip that you would give as a branding, to help business owners grow their business this month in terms of branding?
Right. So if this is only for service businesses, so if you're a product business, you can kind of do that too. But for service businesses, if you're offering to clients like a service, you just don't say, hey, this is my service, hire me. You should always showcase your work and work related to that service. And this works, you can show it with a portfolio, but you can also show it with testimonials, your thought process behind these projects and how you got to where it is. This way clients can see how you work, where your ideas come from, what would they expect the project to look like, but also what they get from it. So it's not just like, hey, this is the service, this is what you will get. I mean, yeah, words work, but if you show it, if you actually show the project, they'll be more convinced to hire you. And this kind of like a promo, but I totally recommend using Contra for this because it's cheap, it's quick, and it's super good. And you can also get opportunities if you're a freelancer, agency, service business. You can also apply to opportunities to get work and clients. So
I know of a lot of businesses that when they showcase their services, they focus more on their business. It's like, so they talk about like yeah, they talk about the service, but where they really go all out and write more about is the company's history, which to me, yes, is great, but you have already given them all this information about their service, the service that you're providing. And then the last thing somebody wants is to hear about the business. I think in whatever way or form that you are showcasing your services, it needs to come across as a transformation. Like, what are you providing as the business? Like, how can you get them to where they are, to where they want to be? And you put it in a way, in a layout way, in terms of the branding, of course, with maybe a roadmap or steps or things that is more actually, it's even digestible to read to whoever is going to hire that service. A lot of people are going, they're not innovating enough when it comes to putting their services out and the way that they're bringing them out into like a package, right? And they're using the old frames, like old school kind of frames to me. And I think we have to realize that people are more savvy than you think. They could be, yes, they could be old school to the people that you're providing that, but people always want something that is different. So if you can try to change a few things, the order of how it is put out. Canva has a lot of stuff as well to change and look into how you can present it, even for a presentation. It doesn't even have to be even on a catalog or a program or anything. No. There's so many different ways. Even your website as well. It's the way that people buy with their eyes. And when it comes to services, it's very hard to explain sometimes what you actually do. So you have to rely on branding, images, pictures,
Projects.
Certain other different things that can actually explain a before and after, for example.
Exactly. But not just like that, also testimonials, like social proof is super important because people like to know, like, it's the thanks to Amazon has changed the game with that. Mm-hmm. And people need to see a review if they want to buy a service or they want to buy a product. So totally recommend, like, for example, if you're starting out, give your service to friends and family, have them review your product, and maybe use that testimonial so you can build up your service and start getting clients from the outside. Yeah. And that has helped me a lot. Like, a lot. I always ask all my clients, like, can you give me a little bit of feedback, but also like a review? Because those are two different things. Feedback I use to improve my product and like my service, and the review is for social proof. So totally recommend that.
Yeah. And I know a lot of companies and services that say, no, my clients don't want to give reviews.
If you ask it, you always need to ask.
Yeah. Some of them.
I'm always asking.
Yeah.
What would be your one tip?
I like your tip very much. Okay. Very much. I do like it very much because I think, I already said what I thought about it. Yeah. So I really think that I think it's a good tip for this month.
Awesome.
Okay, guys, we are in a quick one here because we got to keep on working. But we wanted to keep you updated with everything that has been happening with trends, marketing, social media, branding, anything. Okay? Final words, Paula? No?
Thank you for listening, and subscribe, like, review, and give us a follow on social media.
Yes, exactly. So thank you very much to you all. If you have any questions, please send me a DM on Instagram at Veronica Polo, or land it on Instagram
Landed
as
branding.
well. Yes, Landed
You
branding.
can always DM us. We're always open to questions, feedback, anything. So
Great.
definitely.
See you same time, same place next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.